Looks like we got a bunch of mooks in our Twitch chat spamming those kappas. I think Starbucks trying to break the 1K mark on the KPM meter. So best of luck, you bunch of nerds. But welcome back to the Go for StarCraft Monday Premium Cup. I'm Rifkin, casting this morning with Zombie Grub. And spawning here in the top left corner of King Sejong Station, it's going to be the yellow Zerg player, Elazer.
In the bottom right of the red Protoss, it's Dignitas BlinG.
Man, so I've been running the dashboard and ads and all the other thing on my other computer today instead of this one. And I gotta say, like, I don't know why I have a 15-minute ad about some dude talking about fitness, but if you guys ever get this, feel free to skip it guilt-free. What the fuck? Like, when I hit a 2-minute ad, it should never prompt up like a 15-minute segment. That's so stupid.
I don't understand why anyone would make a 15-minute ad, like, much less on Twitch where you're watching something else.
Who's gonna watch
like
that? Like, even in real life, like, no one's gonna watch that. Like, not even just Twitch, like, even on TV.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a precursor to the fact that Twitch is going to announce that they're going to have a commercial-only, like, Twitch channel. You know, like how TV has those, like
infomercials and stuff?
Yeah,
like
infomercials, exactly.
The shopping network.
Exactly. Like, the first, like, you know, in the middle, like, you know, from, like, 4 a.m. to 7 a.m., it's all, like, you know, paid for advertising shit. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yo, in some cases, that would actually be cool. Because I've seen some ads that are interesting. Like, you know, some of the Xbox ones are kind of cool. They're overdone. Like, I don't know how many times I had to listen to Sylvester Stallone quote the Rocky speech for the Xbox One. But, I mean, then there's some cool things where you learn about gadgets you never heard of. Like, I want to see more ads from things like ThinkGeek or, like, Amazon. You know, I like... Oh, hey, Amazon. Our overlords. But, I mean, like, yeah, some of the ads on Twitch are just like, oh, cool, a car. Yeah, I can't buy one of those. Are you kidding me? Like...
No, some of them are like, yeah, okay, on Twitch, yeah, for sure. I think I'm on like TV where it's like, you could have this nice blade. Just a blade.
You know what? Those
like $100.
Those are the, like, you're sick, you're home from school, you're not allowed to watch anything else, you watch those commercials. And I remember watching this one where the guy was trying to show how sharp the knife was. He pulls off his shoe and starts cutting his shoe in half. I'm like, are you serious right now? This is the greatest knife ever. I want one, like, immediately.
You know what the best thing is, like, when people, like, gif the, like, white people doing stupid things, that's all like, commercials.
Are you thinking of the chick who's trying to cut bread with a doorstop? Because that's what I'm thinking of right now.
I'm thinking of, like, the person that, like, opens up their cabinet and, like, all the Tupperware falls out, and they're just, like, they just look at the camera and they're like, oh.
How did this happen? My life. Okay, all joke here and silliness aside, we actually have the game shaping up pretty nicely here. 2 standard openings out of these players, but big shout out goes to BlinG right off the bat, because BlinG, let's be honest, guys, he's kind of fallen out of favor. It's been a long time since I've called BlinG good, and I don't want to get too critical, but I mean, I love the fact that he's already got the second wall set up at the top of his ramp. Gateway expands, cool, whatever, but we've seen so many instances where games have actually been changed because they've had this extra layer of wall. Players like Puck do this most frequently. I've really not got a lot of others I can cite off the top of my head, but I've definitely seen game-changing moves just from this early build placement, especially against things like Ling All-Ins and whatnot. So, cool moves out of him, because it is so uncommon to see, but it really shouldn't be.
I really would like to ask the question, like, what is the worst that could happen if you do this? Because the best that could happen, obviously, is that you have a wall if they went for an early pool, or if they get past your natural wall. Great. But, like, what's the worst that could happen? Very rarely do you see early enough roach attacks to, you know, with an overlord overhead to, you know, snipe the cybernetics core or something like that.
Yo, this ad is still playing on the other computer, by the way. Like, what is this? Like,
could you stop? Can you just press the skip button?
No, because it's our thing. Like, oh, it's 6-pack shortcuts, apparently, is what it is.
Well, you gotta buy that.
Well, that changes everything. I should be watching this ad. What am I doing? This StarCraft game. I didn't get my 6-pack game on for BlizzCon.
Yeah, exactly. You have a month. So it's better be really short.
Yeah, that's like an ab a day. Come on.
What?
Doesn't
make sense.
Get 30. Why stop at 6? You know? Why are they just selling 6-packs? I'd buy a 30-pack.
A beer.
Except I don't drink beer, so in your face.
Shut up. Yeah, I don't think you do.
Alright, so Stargate actually comes as part of this and does complete here for BlinG. We're probably going to see that Oracle come out as expected, but goes for a bit of an extra layer in the wall. Does not get a cancel on the pylon, but the force field will save him for now. However, it's only one force field, and he's gonna have to build a little bit more if Elazer dedicates to this.
Yeah. He's not though. It's just he's chilling with the Lings over here. He got them. I mean, it's kind of surprising to see Lings at a time like this, but BlinG with a calm reaction actually gets the force field down. If they got into the base, not the biggest deal, but obviously you don't want to be scouted and you don't want to have to deal with that, honestly.
You don't have to lose a single probe to that, yeah. But okay, so the Oracle question is how much damage does it get done? There is a Spore Caller, there is a Queen. It can still duck in and kill a couple drones, disengage, and really, an Oracle doesn't have to burst down 8 drones to be effective. Whether it's the Revelation tags used for later on in the game, or whether it's just constantly coming back later to pick up another 2 drones, again and again and again, making the sum total, like, you know, 20 drone kills, but over 20 minutes instead of all in one go. I mean, they can be used properly and effectively, but I feel like we don't see it enough.
The Oracle is just very nice for that Revelation, personally. I don't know, like, you know, we talked about a little bit with Fear Dragon, who is, like, legitimately a Protoss player, and how, like, without an observer, you just feel like you don't know anything as a Protoss player. You're constantly in the dark, you know, of, like, being so afraid that you can scan. You don't have the option of just saying, like, an Overlord with speed, because, you know, you don't quite have the same unit there. So just being able to have Revelation and still be able to not depend on a robo, you know, for instance, go up to the Twilight Council, go up to BlinG, which is what like BlinG is doing, is just super, super nice to have.
This is going to be annoying, because without that cannon complete, right now you actually can't defend this with just the Mothership Core. A couple forces might just save this.
Yeah, Vex takes a couple Lings down with it. No unnecessary other force field.
Bit of an odd gateway wall, though. Isn't that supposed to be, you know, vertical, not horizontal?
It's a diagonal, actually.
Well, either way, I mean, like, it doesn't really stop Lings from running by again, is the thing.
I know. It's
a little bit awkward.
For sure. Pushing out here, this is not going to do a whole lot except just kind of force Elazer to either protect creep or, I guess in this case, just lose a couple of Overlords. Hey.
Wow. So here's the thing, right? Like, while he pushes out, and he's going for +2 most likely with the BlinG Stalkers and all these other wonderful things. I've still never to date seen anyone else do this, but Slivko last weekend for Zotac, and I'm going to keep referencing this over and over and over again, is the sickest thing. He just goes like 2 base infestors, fast fumbles, and wrecks everything. It's weird to consider because we always see Protoss as OP, right? And those all-ins are so strong in easy mode, and it's weird to consider there are counters in the game, it's just nobody uses them properly. So, well, what BlinG is going for is very standard, massive amount of BlinG Stalkers. It's something to shut down pretty easily. But Elazer is going for Mutalisks.
Yes, and I think the observe. Yeah, okay, we'll definitely saw it now, right? He even sees the Mutalisk. Unfortunately, the Revelation not going to be too useful right now, but oh, what? He could have tried getting all those sentries.
Right, like even if he lost the Lings for it, clearly all the sentries would have totally been worthwhile.
Yeah, now loses a couple of the roaches for free. He is, I mean, I don't think BlinG really, like, well, he just did not consider that the Mutas would be attacking right now. The cannons are not done. The BlinG Stalkers are entirely out of position.
Little bit painful to see. BlinG
Really
Stalkers chasing the middle of the map. We're so far away. He's going to kill the Mothership Core, too. Yikes!
He's just trying to force the counterattack. I mean, he already took so much damage from the initial Mutas. It's like he has to force Elazer to come back.
So, I guess the final tally here tweeted at Base Straight TV Bot was 1,037 Kappas per minute. That's cool, but we also got a 17 Kappa combo. It's a good job, guys. Give yourselves a pat on the back. I hate every single one of you.
Good BlinG micro is just not going to be enough. With the Lings plus the Mutas, BlinG is going to lose his entire army. He's taking a couple Mutas down with him, but I mean the Ling Swamp is just going to be 30 Lings on the way too. With a +1 actually was going to even on the upgrades with Protoss play.
I mean, I really don't know what prompted BlinG to move out too. Like he caught those roaches and that was great, but I mean the dedication cost him so much more.
Well.
Plus
he was already
done.
out of position. I don't think he would have moved out at all if he was in position, even just a little bit. But the fact that he was entirely out of position, he took that fight, he realized that he just was like, if he came back now, he already took too much probe damage.
Well, he holds, but it's not a spot you really want to be in. You don't want to be on the 31 Army Supply of BlinG Stalkers at this point. You're supposed to be on 60 plus. The idea with the BlinG Stalkers is they just live forever, and that's where their strength comes from, the constant and forever retention.
Yeah. I mean, BlinG did stop that 4th, but Elazer was pretty quick on making another 4th, so that's already up and ready. Also joining up a little bit more as he was a little, he was a little low on his drones. He's going to go up to about 72.
We just started around third while this is going on. Link's chipping away at the rocks at the net. I don't know if BlinG actually saw that though, so while he's playing looky-loo over here with the mutas, okay, he does reposition a couple stalkers to those Lings. But, I mean, the thing too is, like, let's not forget, upgrades for Elazer aren't exactly trailing. I mean, level 2 melee upgrades going to destroy stalkers.
Yeah, they're actually kind of, they're almost perfectly even, plus Elazer's getting the air upgrades as well, so BlinG, it's just a very, it's not a great position to have.
But they're not done yet again.
His BlinG Stalkers were in position. I mean, trying to get a War Prism is a little almost desperate against a Muta player, but it can draw them out of position, give you a moment to rest. Obviously, the best, probably easiest way to deal with a Muta player is that if you did have, you know, opportunity to go Phoenixes, but BlinG, he has a Stargate, just, you know, couldn't really afford to get another one plus a Fleet Beacon.
Yeah, Phoenixes, yeah, I won't argue they're good, but I kind of like, I favor Archons a lot of times, because we see Phoenixes leaving the Corruptor Mutalisk, and Phoenixes tend to lose out in those fights, whereas Archons are like, oh, you flew over me, you're dead. Yeah,
well, the problem, of course, with that is that they take really great head-on engagements. The base trade is the only way you can go, though. Like, by not going for Phoenixes, you're almost like, you know, holding yourself into a base trade. Like, even if you go Phoenixes, it's probably going to be a base trade, because Mutas in PvZ just seem to work out that way.
Okay, so two interesting things happening right now. Vengeful Sacks, which we'll see if that's a misclick. Most likely not, though. But most importantly, this Warp Prism does manage to sneak around the Mutalisk. Something I thought would never happen, because, you know, Lasers had map control. Overlord scout most of everything. He's got the Watchtower, too. But BlinG, if he gets some sort of counterattack going, might have an okay chance to deal some damage behind the lines. But, I mean, as we see right now, trading out Stalkers for the Mutalisk, they're just really abusing this ledge to the fullest potential of what it should be used for.
Yeah, I mean, not the greatest, I mean, well, actually, they're pretty good trades right now. The upgrade just finished for Elazer, so +2 versus +2-1. The Elazer could continue upgrading them. I'm not sure about taking this fight, really. I mean, I feel like, yeah, great, you're trading out Stalkers and Mutas. Like, they're both gas, they're both minerals, but you could have just waited until, like, you know, he moved out and attacked the Lings as well.
Speaking of which, all the probes died to that hold position. That was disgusting to watch. The Nexus will fall, and he's going to get out alive with most
barely. Of the I mean, BlinG definitely could have kept those.
You might be able to get the layer snipe those counterattack.
I think so. Yeah,
there's all. It was only gonna be like 5.
BlinG really. Oh no, never mind. He actually does pick up the Warp Prism, tries to get away. I mean, at the very least, he's buying a lot more time for him to just, you know, calm down.
Oh my god, he actually juked Mutas. It's like watching Dota 2 and StarCraft. But okay, he comes down the middle of the map, barely for an attack. I mean, BlinG again, he's got like level 2 upgrades. Level 3's on the way. He's got like a couple Archons in the mix, which are certainly going to help if the Mutas clump, but the problem with Archons is like, well, you might think, oh, Archons are splash, they're so good against the Lings. They're actually usually not.
This is actually usually the case where BlinG wins. If he forces a direct engagement with Archon BlinG Stalker, BlinG Muta has a difficult time with it. It's, you know, I really expect a Elazer to go for a counterattack, but you know what? Oh my god, those Zealots killed the Spire.
Oh no. Okay, so this is gonna make this a million times more rough. This looks like the layer might go down here too. Should go down here, does fall. BlinG is finding a way back into this game for someone who I was so sure was out of this. He's made a great way of coming back into it.
Why does Elazer have a 3k bank and 1500 gas? He's been saving that so he could remax on, like, Mutas. Well, yeah, he's also down on Larva. That's right, the 5 Larva is all he has. Once the Spire finishes, you won't even be able to use that bank.
You know, it's funny, this is the map, right? This is, like, the map where Warp Prisms bring you back from behind. Like, Protoss players take note. Like, there's been so many times we've cast various players on this map. And this Warp Prism out of BlinG, I mean, it killed the layer, it killed the Spire, it killed everything. The Elazer just leaves the game, and BlinG will take the first map in this best of 3.